Okay, good morning, everybody. So today, we're actually just gonna finish up the probability unit, and we will, talk about odds and probability. So changing from odds to probability. So if you are watching live stream right now, thank you very much for taking the time to do that and welcome. And if you're watching it later at a different time, that's welcome to you as well. So today, let's just dive right into this one. Now that we are familiar with both odds and probability, we are going to learn how to convert from one to the other and back. So we started off talking about probability, and this is how we started it in lesson 1 and lesson 2. So we talked about probability. And then yesterday, lesson 4, we talked about odds. So we're going to go back and forth between these two. So let's recall. Recall that probability is a fraction that compares favorable outcome to the total outcomes. So whatever event that we're looking for, how many ways can it show up or happen divided by the total outcomes, all of the possibilities. While odds are comparing, it's basically comparing between favorable outcomes to unfavorable outcomes. Okay, so both are shown below. So when we talk about probability, we talked about how many ways an event can happen divided by all of the possibilities. And then odds, we're talking about favorable outcomes. And then remember these two dots here? That's talking about is to, and then unfavorable outcomes. So let's take a look at example number 1. Okay, because sometimes it's easier when it's with examples. A bag contains 3 gold coins and 8 brass coins. Okay, so in this bag, you're going to have 3 gold. So I'm just going to go here. I'm just going to call it G, G, G. So these are my 3 gold coins. And I'm going to have 8 brass coins. So I'm just going to put B, 8. Okay, so these are my 3 golds, and then these are my 8 brass. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just wanted to make sure. So what we're going to do, they're all in a bag. You choose a coin at random out of the bag. So the question says state the probability of choosing a gold coin. So let's do A. Okay, so this is the event that they're talking about, choosing a gold coin. That's the event. So probability of choosing gold coin. Okay, so probability of choosing the gold coin. What are we going to do? So because this is a probability, we're going to look at how many ways we can get gold coins. There are 3 ways we can get a gold coin. So it's going to be 3 out of, and then because this is probability, we're going to look at total outcome. So all of the total outcomes. There's 3 golds and 8 brass. So there's going to be 8 altogether. Sorry, 11 altogether. So the 3 talks about how many golds are there. Okay, so how many ways can we pick a gold? So there are three different ways. We can one of those three. And then because this is a probability, we're going to look at how many possible outcomes. Okay, so that's that. So that's the probability. Now we're going to go to letter B. At some point in here, if you have any questions, so just either just say something on the live chat or just type it in. It's like, oh, can you do it over again or explain it again? So I'll do it again. Now let's take a look at letter B. State the odds. Okay, now this one we're talking about odds of choosing a gold coin. So odds for choosing gold coin. So since we're talking about odds is comparison. So we're gonna odds of choosing gold coin. Okay, so how do we do that? We're gonna compare. So we're gonna set it up as choosing gold coin is to, because it's comparing, it's opposite. Okay, so not choosing gold coin. Okay, so in comparison, so if this is what you're looking at, choosing gold coin, write that down. So how many ways can we choose a gold coin? There's 1, 2, 3. 3 is 2. And then look at this one. How many ways can we choose not choosing gold coin? Not choosing gold coin, that would be 1. These are not gold. Okay, and there's 8 of them. Okay, so 3 is to 8. Now you'll probably notice that these two numbers are gonna add up to all of the possibilities. Note that these two, 3 and 8, adds up to all possible outcomes. Okay, that's important to know for later on. Now let's take a look at letter C. State the odds against choosing a brass coin. So here's our event. Okay, choosing a brass coin. But this one in here, it's odds against. Odds against. Okay, so let's write that down. Odds against choosing brass coin. Okay, now because this is an odds question, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have two comparison numbers. But the thing is, this one here is odds against choosing brass coin. Odds against. So instead of choosing brass coin, we're gonna go against it first. So not choosing brass coin. Okay, because remember, we're going to go against. So we're not choosing brass coin is to choosing brass coin. Okay, so how many ways can we not choose a brass coin? How many ways can we not choose a brass coin? That would be 3, because you get these are not brass coins, so that's 3. And then choosing a brass coin. Choosing brass coin, 1, 2 is going to be 8. Okay. Again, When we add these two together, it adds up to the total outcome. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, that's just a first example. Let's take a look at example number 2. Okay, let's read it first. The probability that the Winnipeg Jets win a game against Washington Capitals is 4 out of 11. 4 11s. State the odds in favor of the Jets winning against Washington Capitals. Okay, so now what they're saying in here is they're giving us a probability. So they're giving us a probability. Probability of what? Jets winning. So let's just write it down. Probability of what event? Jets win. Okay, I'm just going to write that down. Jets win. What's the probability? It's 4 out of 11. So what does that tell us? There are 4, because this is the probability. That means there's 4 how many wins? I'm just going to put Jets win. How many times Jets won? Okay. So this one here, the numerator here, that tells us how many times the Jets won. Now, what about this one here? In terms of probability, these are all possible outcomes. These are all possible outcomes, so that means this is all possible outcomes. So what does that mean? It means all of the games, including winning and losing, which means all games played. Okay. Now, because only 4 out of 11 Jets won, okay, how many will they lose? They lost. So in this particular case, it's just going to be, that tells us the 11 is like winning, 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 winning. So these are the Jets winning. And then how many are losing? How many are losing? So there's going to be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's what that 11 means. So what do we do now? Okay, we're trying to understand what this information that they gave us, the chance or the probability of Jets winning, that's what that meant. 4 wins out of all 11 games. Here's the question. State the odds in favor of Jets winning a game. So the event is Jets winning. Okay, so odds in favor. So that means odds of Jets winning. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to split it up into Jets winning is to not Jets winning. And this one here could get really, really simple if we just set it up this way. right? Odds in favor, so that means Jets winning is to the opposite, which is not winning. So how many times will the Jets win? It's 4. 4 is to, so because we're comparing it to how many ways Jets not winning. Well, out of the 11 games, they won 4, so that means there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 not winning. Okay, so that's that. So in this particular example too, this is an example of from probability changing it into odds. So that's a question there. From probability to odds. Okay, so let's take a look at, I'll wait a little bit and then we'll move on to example 3. Okay, so if you have questions, let me know. And if you didn't get all of the notes down, don't worry. I will scan all of the notes later. Okay, so let's take a look at example 3. Let's read it out first. Okay, there you go. Much better. Example 3. The odds that Tara will be late for school on a given day is 4 is to 3. Okay, so let's just kind of interpret that for a second. Okay, so they're giving us the odds. Odds that Tara will be late for school is 4 is to 3. Odds Tara will be late. Okay, they tell us it's 4 is to 3. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? So it means that the 4 means Tara will be late. And then what are we comparing it to? Right? Comparing it to is to Tara will not be late. Not oh, that just sounds so weird. I'll just write it in a slightly different way. Tara will not be late. Okay. So that's what that means. Okay, so they gave us the odds that Tara will be late tomorrow is 4 to 3. So that means Tara is late, 4 is 2, and then the 3 means Tara is not late. So that's the interpretation of that part. Let's read on. State the probability that Tara will not be late for school tomorrow. Now we're going to go to probability. Probability. So now what are we looking for? Probability that Tara will not be late for school. So this is what we're looking for. Probability. And then the event is Tara not late. Okay. So when we talk about probability, it talks about how many ways Tara will not be late. Okay, well, how many ways will Tara not be late? That's 3 divided by, when we talk about probability, it means total outcomes. Total outcomes. Well, what is a total outcome? That would be 3 3 plus 4. Okay, so 3 plus 4 would be all of the possible outcomes. So the 3 would be how many um, how many times Tara is late, and then these ones here would be how many possible outcomes. Altogether. Okay, so that means that the denominator there, it's all possible outcomes would be either late and not late. So 3 out of 7. So the probability that Tara is not going to be late is 3 out of 7. Okay. Is that okay? If you're not sure, let me know. Okay. So I'm writing all of these information in here so you can figure out where the 3 come from, where the denominators came from. Okay. So let's go to example number 4. Example number 4, our last example. The probability that it will rain tomorrow is 12%. So the probability that it will rain tomorrow is 12%. Okay, so that's the information that they gave us. Probability, and then what event? Rain tomorrow. So let's just write that down. Probability, rain tomorrow is 12%. Okay. Now, what does that mean? Now, because it's 12%, remember that, okay, let's go back. There's a question just popped up here. It says, read the line 3 with 3 is not late. Line 3. Okay. I'm not sure which one that is. Is it example 3? So let me just back up for a second because somebody had a question here. Just gonna respond. So let me read this again. Okay. It says read the line 3 with 3 is not late. Yeah. 3 is, so just going back to this one in here. So one of the viewers right now said 3 is not be late. Yeah, that's correct. 3 is not late. Will not be late. Okay. So there's a question just on the live chat that just popped. I'm just going to wait for the response. Okay. How many times Dara is... Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, you're right. Okay. Yes. Okay. So said, the viewer said, read the line three. Now I see what's going on. Tara is not late. So over here, how many times Tara is not late? So I forgot to put the word not in here. So let's put the word not. Thank you so much. Not late. I think that's I think that's what she was telling me. Okay, well, thank you both. Thank you for that. Yeah, I forgot to put the word not, right? Because this is not late. This is not late. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good to go now, right? Okay, thank you for that. So glad that you are paying attention to every single detail that I talk about here. Okay, so let's take a look at example number 4. Okay, so I think we're okay now. Um, Example number 4, the probability that it will rain tomorrow is 12%. So the probability, we'll write that down, probability of rain tomorrow is 12%. Now what we can do when we talk about percent is that we can write that as 12 out of 100. So that means the chance that it will rain is 12 out of 100. So what does that mean? This one would be ways or chances Mhm. So there's 12 ways that it will rain, 12%. So it's 12 out of the 100 would be total possible outcomes. So in this particular case, if this is the total possible outcomes, so this 100 talks about, also includes raining and not raining. Okay, so which includes the possibility of raining and not raining. Okay, so if we look at that one, if there's 12% chance that it's going to rain tomorrow, well, how many ways can it not going to be raining tomorrow? So that means not rain is 100%, 100 minus 12, which is 88, 88%, or 88 out of 100. So so they're talking about rain, which is 12%. Then that means not raining is 88%. So I think the reason why I'm doing this is because you're probably thinking, well, why are we doing this? think I kind of know already what's going on in here. So letter A, letter A. Let's do A. State the odds in favor of raining tomorrow. Odds in favor of raining tomorrow. So the event is rain tomorrow. And then because we're talking about odds in favor, odds in favor of rain. Okay, so because we're talking about odds, odds is a comparison. So we're going to compare one number here and another number in here. And what are the two numbers that we're going to compare? So because it's odds, so we're going to, of what? Rain tomorrow, rain tomorrow. And what are we going to compare it with? Is to the opposite, so not rain tomorrow. Okay, so what is the number of ways it will rain tomorrow? Because it's 12%, so it's going to be 12. And then not rain, and that's is 2. Not rain would be 88. And then these two adds up to the total, which is 100%. Okay, so now let's take a look at letter B. Letter B. Let's read the question first. The question says, state the odds against it raining tomorrow. Okay. Now this one here, odds against. Okay, so odds against raining tomorrow. So I'll write it down. Okay, so what we're doing here is odds of against rain tomorrow. Now, because we're going to do odds against, so we're going to start with not raining tomorrow because that's against the rain. So not, starting off with not rain tomorrow is to rain tomorrow. Okay, so because it's odds against, we're gonna start with not. So not rain. So how many ways can it not rain? What percentage? 88. And then is to rain would be 12%. So you can just go 88 is to 12. Okay, there you have it. I think we finished everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on the rest of these questions. Okay. So we can do the assignment number 5. Assignment number 5, there's quite a bit of questions in here. I just want to take this time because I know some people are watching here. I just want to take this time to let you know that on Monday, May 4th, there is a PD day for teachers. So on Monday, there are no regular classes. So On Monday, no regular classes. Um, I posted all that information on the blog, but I want to mention it to you as well. So Monday, no school, no regular classes. And last a few days ago, I mentioned that our test on probability is on May the 6th, but because of that one one day that we don't have school, our test is now moved to May 7th. Okay, so that's May 7th. All that information is on the blog, so you can go check it out as well. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna leave that with you. And again, if you have any questions, um, you can go to the blog and you can message me from the blog, or you can go to email and then you can um, email me about anything. Okay, about any questions that you have, um, any concerns that you have. Yeah, we can talk about those things. Okay, you don't have to wait until later on. You can ask me right away. Okay, so I'll leave that with you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're watching now, thank you. And if you're watching, I guess, on whenever you're watching this, thank you so much. And have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, and have a good weekend.